back to the Final Five. Joining us now via Skype is independent journalist Nick Monroe. Nick, we're so excited to have you on.
I'm glad to be here because I want to ask Nancy Pelosi some questions.
Okay, we can start with that. And to give our viewers some background, you uncovered that she had originally tweeted support for Jussie Smollett, the Empire actor, in case anyone's living under a rock, who is now accused of creating a fake hate crime. And she had tweeted support, but then something happened. What happened to that tweet, Nick?
She backtracked it quietly. She deleted it without any sort of statement or notice. And that is very different to what Cory Booker did today in terms of acknowledging the Smollett situation, in which he doubled down when asked about the new revelations that came out from the investigation by Chicago PD.
But Cory Booker took the easy route, correct? He just chose not to comment, even though he was one of the first people to comment when this story came out.
Yeah, and now he's saying, check all the facts. You know, I'm going to wait until all the facts come out. But that didn't stop him in the first place, so it kind of makes him look worse than Nancy Pelosi's quietly backtracking. It's really interesting how these politicians kind of play the game differently in that regard.
Yeah. Where do we stand now with Jussie starting this week in terms of this story?
Police were wanting to interview him, but he's too busy shuffling through lawyers like a deck of cards because he had the guy who was representing Michael Cohen, but then he had to step away from that. And that led us to getting a couple of lawyers that had represented the cops that were involved in the McDonald murder, and in that case, they got one of the cops off. So
yeah,
I guess it's pretty good, but it strikes the question about representation in terms of Jussie's image, because if he's having McDonald's lawyer representing the cop, representing him, that brings a question about perception. And perception here is the name of the game.
Yes.
When did you have your moment when you realized the Jussie Smollett story wasn't up to snuff?
I think when it happened on the coldest weekend in Chicago, when temperatures were negative 40 degrees, and that they couldn't find any video of this. And also, I don't think even MAGA supporters are prone to saying this is MAGA country. I think if you add all those things up, that's when I doubted it initially. But I'm a fan of his. I think he's talented. So I was shocked that he would stoop to doing this.
Yeah, and it's really heartbreaking for everyone who supported him, and I think that's where we can find some common ground. You have the people who were angry about this hoax coming out because of it targeting MAGA supporters in terms of the allegations in the first place, but now we have people that are disappointed
in him.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to cut you off because we could keep going for the whole show, and hopefully we'll have you back on, but we have to run now. But people can find you. What's your Twitter handle real quickly?
Nick Mon 1112.
All right. You've been great on the Covington Catholic story and this. So great to have you on. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Talk to you soon. All right. We will be back. My favorite part of the show, sleeping soundly, tossing and turning. Stay with us. You'll find out who it is.